Guys, we're back in Vermont. It's 2020. We're on the long trail, starting at the Clarendon Gorge, heading up to Brandon Gap. I got my usual sidekick, Kellan, ready to go. I got someone else new. I've been hiking with him in Jersey before, but we've never hiked together up in New England. Say hi to Jim.
Hey, how are you? It's gonna be exciting.
Jim's getting a little bit nervous already, just driving up, seeing some of these mountains. I told him don't worry though, he'll be alright. So here we are, guys, long trail north. Let's get going. We're out for 4 days. Weather looks good today. They're talking rain tomorrow, ending in the afternoon. But hopefully we'll be up and over Killington by the time that gets here. So you come out of the parking area at Clarendon Gorge and go pretty much absolutely vertical.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Up for a little bit.
This is like at least a quarter mile, maybe half mile up.
At least. We've already been a quarter mile, so I think it's going to be closer when all's said and done to a mile.
Yeah.
What do you think, Helen? Is this pretty steep?
Oh, yeah, it's steep. Wait, are you filming right now?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I should've never
Say
said
hi.
anything. Hi.
So, I don't know if you can see in this video, but there's our car, that white car down there. That's the parking lot. We've only been, I don't know, I'd have to look, maybe a half mile so far. We got the Rutland Airport right there. I don't know what mountains all those are. We'll probably walk over all of them. And pretty steep chute right out of the jump there. And you get a nice little view. I think this is called the Clarendon Lookout. I'd have to look at the map or the gut hook app and see. So off we go again. We'll be coming up on a shelter soon, but we're not staying there. I mean, that's only a mile from the parking area. We're trying to get to the, you know what? I don't even remember what it's called. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's the shelter right at the bottom of Killington if you're heading north. That way tomorrow morning we can get a nice early jump on Killington. I'm expecting it to be probably a little bit slower than we planned originally because it's forecasted to be raining tomorrow. So we'll probably start nice and early in the morning. Hopefully get over Killington by, I don't know, hopefully before lunch. And then start getting back down because they're saying possible thunderstorms in the afternoon too. So we really don't want to be caught up on top of Killington if there's thunderstorms coming in. And now we got a little relatively flat stroll through the woods after that first climb. Elevation map showing that we're going to lose some elevation now, go down to that shelter, and then go up about the same amount that we just did. And then after that, it's looking relatively flat on the map, so shouldn't be too bad. All right, so we're up and past the Clarendon shelter. Nice looking toilet at the Clarendon shelter, or privy. Kellan's doing good. We're about, I guess, 1.75 miles into our trip here, starting that second climb that you run into after the shelter. After we get up this climb, it looks like it's just kind of a gentle up a little bit and then back down, and then another gentle up to the Governor Clement shelter where we're staying the night. So we got less than I think we got about 5.5 miles now until we get to the Governor Clement shelter. And whenever we stop, the deer flies, or whatever these things are, black flies, deer flies, I think they're deer flies, I don't know. They're a pain in the ass is what they are, and they're all over us, so we got to get going. How are the flies treating you, Jim?
Bad. They don't like me. They don't like me.
Oh, I just got one on my eye.
Either that or they like me too much.
All right, let's get going. All right, guys, so we're at the top after the shelter. Some kind of antenna tower. I don't know what this is for, but Beacon Hill. Elevation 1740. Governor Clement shelter. Says 2 hours and 40 minutes to go 5.1 miles. I think we can beat that. No views up here at all. You know, oh, I think that's a beacon for the. I think that's a beacon for the airport of some sort. Navigation beacon. I don't know. Going over the Lottery Road. Yeah, Lottery Road crossing through adjacent to like a pasture at a farm. Looks like there used to be some barbed wire here, but not anymore. Kellan's rocking it out. Jim's rocking it out. And we are quickly on our way to the Governor Clement shelter for the night. It's pretty comfortable. It's in the 70s right now, a little bit of a breeze. You can see definitely some gray clouds in the sky. It is supposed to rain tonight. I think they said the rain was going to be moving in after midnight, but it looked like a pretty steady rain. I'm hoping that by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it'll subsided a little bit because we're trying to get an early start and make some good mileage tomorrow. So we'll see. Kellan, what's the favorite part of this trip so far?
Picking berries.
Oh yeah, Kellan has found. Tell him about the berries, Kellan.
I found wine berries and black raspberries, wild raspberries.
Wild raspberries and wine berries. Some more pasture, it looks like. Jim's a little bit up there, out of sight. If you're heading north on the LT and you cross Lottery Road, maybe half a mile, if that, down the trail, there is a spring. It's been pretty dry this summer, but it looked like there was still a trickle of water there. We didn't need water, so I didn't check it out too close, but I heard a little bit of water running. So you could always stop there. I think there's a couple more opportunities between here and the shelter, plus the spring at the shelter to get water. But just a heads up. It's been a pretty nice little stroll through some deciduous forest right now. Ground's pretty soft, not too rocky. Terrain's just been kind of rolling hills. Nothing too steep. We're making good time. We'll see how it goes. See you guys. Coming up to another road crossing here. Our first shot of Killington. We'll be going up that tomorrow. Jim. Killington.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see Jim's reaction. Let's see Jim's reaction to what he'll be climbing up tomorrow.
Oh, dude, really?
That's our climb tomorrow.
Oh my God. Up this side, right?
Yeah,
The shallow
like I said,
side?
we're going to be camping tonight somewhere down at the bottom of that.
Look,
What's that, bud?
bench for ticks. I found a dead tick. And a snail.
I don't think that's a tick, bud. That's some other kind of bug.
Spider?
Yeah. And it's a snail.
It's just in the middle of the mountain.
It's a nice little meadow stroll, right, bud?
Why do you call everything a stroll?
Stroll through the woods.
Yeah, that breeze feels nice. This view is on your right. This is
Yeah.
where he did the video.
Like Backpacking
Like
Adventures,
this.
Rob
This
at
is
Backpacking Adventures says, you know you're going right if you see this to your right.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Oh, guys, we almost missed the turn right here.
Oh, jeez.
Good thing I just happened to look at the left.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Be careful when you're walking on this road. If you're filming and talking to your friends, you'll miss the turn. But here it is, right there. And there's a sign there, ATLLT crossing. 7500 Cold River Road.
Nice. They actually have like.
View. The trees are blocking our view.
Yeah, they are growing in a little bit, but you can still get a nice view here. There's a river down there. That sounds nice. Don't get too close to the edge. Oh yeah, look, there's a big stream down there. I can barely see. You guys can probably see it better on the camera than I can see it. It's nice. Woo! I don't know, just to be funny.
I have shit for balance. So this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, use your poles to balance, Jim.
could just walk.
You could, yeah. There.
Open water. Oh, look at cold.
What happened?
Cold water.
All right. This is a pretty cool section, guys. There's so many little down trees here. It's like somebody took a big pile of pickup sticks and just chucked them in the woods. I mean, look at this. This has been like this for like 200 yards or something. There's little trees everywhere knocked down.
Why gotta?
We're not going to Killington, but 500 miles apparently. Kellan, we're going to stay here in the long trail. Do you want to go to Killington?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's got about another mile to the shelter. We'll be there soon. Good morning, guys. It's Friday morning. It was getting real late when we got into camp last night. I guess coming up on 8 o'clock, if not 8 o'clock. So I didn't really film too much. We were really hurrying, just trying to get it set up before dark and get our dinner cooked. We wound up getting everything set up, cooking, and then going to sleep around 9:30. It was already pretty dark by then. Real nice water source here at the shelter. Nice big brook, plenty of water. It rained pretty good last night, and it's actually just starting to rain again now. The latest forecast I saw last night, I pulled down from the Garmin and Reach, looked like it was gonna rain mostly last night, and then today looked like it was gonna be a little bit better. I mean, only a slight chance of rain. It actually is starting to rain a little bit right now, though. Trail's gonna be wet regardless, so it is what it is. Hopefully, when we get up to Killington, the clouds won't be too low. We'll actually be able to see something up there, but we'll see. So we're just gonna get some breakfast going right now, and then get out of here. Here's Jim's new toy, his new tent he just got. Well, new for him, I guess he got it used. Jim, what's this thing called?
Smart tent, Code Pro Li, the lithium version, the Dyneema version.
Yeah, so it's all Dyneema. I think he said it weighs a little bit over a pound.
Under a pound.
Under a pound.
15.7 ounces.
15.7, you heard
All
it here.
dyed out with steak.
Yeah, it's not a freestanding tent. Hopefully we'll get to camp earlier today. You'll get a better look at it. Let's see. Here's,
Yeah, maybe tonight we'll camp in the daylight.
here's Kellan over here. Let's see. He's in here somewhere. All right, I'm getting breakfast going. All right, guys, it's about 7:30. We're just leaving Governor Clement Shelter. We had a good night's sleep. We camped pretty close down to the stream, so we had nice background noise the entire time. Rained more or less all night. I had a mouse climb up and into my hammock last night. It kind of freaked me out. I woke up around 1:30 feeling something crawling on my neck. I thought it was just a bug or something, so I just shooed it away. And then like 30 seconds later, I felt it again, and I realized at this point, because I was pretty awake, it was too big to be a bug. So I got my headlamp on, and sure enough, I was sharing the hammock with a mouse. So I caught him and just let him go, but it was not a good wake-up call at 1:30 in the morning. So Kellan's pretty excited. This is his big day, going up Killington. He's been wanting to do this since last year, and it didn't happen last year, but it's happening today. Rain has more or less stopped. Trail's soaked though. Grass is all wet. So I'm sure our feet are going to get pretty wet today. But it's the way it goes. It's summertime in Vermont. This is this brook that we camped near. All right, we're a mile into the day. Actually, a little bit over a mile now. We're going to stop every mile to just take our packs off for like 3-4 minutes. Takes a drink, maybe a little snack, just so we can keep everyone energized for the hike up Killington. This section right here is not too bad. It's relatively mild, not too steep, not too rough. Or go ahead, Kellan.
No, you go. Is that on?
Yeah.
Stop. Don't put that part in.
All right, 2 miles into it, halfway up. Jim's still with us. He's doing, I didn't realize this, but Jim told me this morning he didn't eat anything yesterday before we started hiking. So that would explain why he wanted to die and just camp anywhere on the side of the trail. Kellan is doing good today. I have a lot of the contents of his pack in my pack, though, to help him out. But he still has a lot of stuff. He has all his sleeping gear, his clothes. I'm just carrying his hammock and his tarp to save him a little bit of weight. And it's gotten foggy, so that means there is not going to be any views at the top today. It's kind of a bummer, but it's the way it goes. Yeah, I know. You gotta be careful you don't trip.
I'm up.
Okay.
No.
You see the trail marker? That's where you want to go. Yeah, I know. Whew. I just got rained on. I bumped into that tree and it just knocked all the water into me.
Are we a mile yet?
No, not yet.
What are we?
I think 2.7 or 2.8.
7?
Kellan is very excited. He's super excited about finding something. Kellan, what are you excited about?
Moose poop.
Where is it?
Over here.
Where?
Right there.
Uh-oh. Lots of moose poop. First moose poop we've seen since we started hiking. Kellan was asking about it. He got to say it. You like that, buddy?
Yeah.
Kellan has his first moose poop sighting.
Oh, nice. Where is it?
Right here.
Right here.
All right, we made it to the top of Killington. The Cooper Lodge is down there. Some nice tent platforms here. Kellan wants to go up. The Peak Lodge is open and they're serving food and they have some soft drinks and stuff, so he wants to go up there and get something to eat. So we're gonna run up this 0.2 mile spur trail and check out the lodge. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, and we do have a trail name for Kellan. Kellan's trail name because he was like running up the hills today. I've never seen the kid go so fast. We left Governor Clement and we were at the summit 2.5 hours later and he was like a mountain goat going up the mountain. So his new trail name is Goat. Right, bud?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put the camera away so we can go quicker. And I'll see you guys at the top. Pretty close. We're almost there.
How is this going for a mile?
No, Kellan, a quarter mile, 0.2.
Oh, this rock is just 1 mile.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm scared. What?
No view today, guys, at all.
I'm scared you're with us here. I'm scared.
All right, you're almost there, bud. I can see the top.
Oh, that's the top?
I think we're up where those trees are.
What?
Up where those trees are.
Oh my god, this is go down. This is gonna be so scary.
It's gonna be fine, bud.
Our mountain goat name is gonna be ruined.
All right, you're gonna go to the right.
Oh yeah. Our mountain goat saying he's gonna be ruined after rotating down.
No, that's another tower. I think that's a fire tower, but we're not going up it. That's not how you get down.
Will it bring us too far away? Will it bring us far away?
What's that?
Would it bring us too far?
Yeah.
Will we have to hike back?
Yeah. the Peak Lodge. I was kind of hoping for some pretzels or pizza or something like that, but we just grabbed some chips, Powerade, and a chocolate chip cookie. We're getting back on the trail. We got to get going. Yeah, buddy, left. We got to get going down to the next shelter. All right, guys.
I need low ground so I can get.
All right, bud, go ahead.
Oh, we're going
You want me to lead or you lead?
What?
Go ahead. You want me to lead or you?
Yeah, you can. Look at that seashell.
All right, get going.
No, that one. You. Oh,
Snail shell. All right, so we left Cooper Lodge. We are on the trail again, heading north. Weather is not raining anymore, but it's still real misty. We're still up in the clouds. Hopefully we'll be able to break out of the clouds. It'll dry out a little bit as we get further down. We shall see. We went up to the lodge. All the way ahead up there were some chips, though. We had some chips and Powerade. A little disappointing. I was hoping to get some pizza or something. I didn't see any. All right, so we just passed the Sherburne Trail junction a little while ago. Making great time. Kellan seems to have gotten a second wind, and he's feeling good. He said he's ready to go, ready to do the miles that we need to do to get to the car on time on Sunday. So, like I said, today's Friday. We still have 2 more nights out here, and still overcast, still real misty. You can see there. Still water dripping out of the trees, although it's gotten drier than it's been previously, so that's nice. No raincoat on. Kellan still has his on, but I took mine off a little while ago. Still have the pack covers on because there's a lot of water coming out of the trees, but we're doing good. So next stop is going to be the Tucker Johnson lean-to, I think. We'll see. I think that's the name of it. Look how deep it is. Pretty deep. Very nice stream.
I'm wild. Let's go.
What do you got there? Blue raspberries?
Yeah.
They are pretty good. So, this is it, guys. This is what I was supposed to do 2 years ago and had to come off the trail after like 73 miles. Finally did it. 2 years later, I went back and did it. So now we cross over Route 4 and we head up to Tucker Johnson Camp for the night. About a mile to go. Came across Route 4 and you start a climb right again, naturally, right after the road. And we just came across this. This is awesome. There's like ferns and just lush green everywhere. This looks really cool. Kellan's rocking it out. Just taking a little break though. Alright folks, we made it to the famous main junction. I guess if you keep going that way, you're going to go to Maine. And if you go this way, you go to Canada. So, we're going to get going. Jim's a little behind us. We're going to go over to camp and get set up for the night. See if we're going to be sharing the shelter with anyone or if it's just going to be us. What do you think, Kellan? You ready to eat?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, I want to eat.
Here's the shelter, guys. Beautiful, brand new shelter. I don't know if it was built this year or last year, but it's Really nice. Kellan's got the beef stroganoff. Let's have a look at that, Kellan. Let's see what it looks like in there. Looks pretty good. Getting this on you, dude. I got the backpacker, or actually no, the packet gourmet market pasta puttanesca. Looking awful good. And what do you got over there, Jim?
Backpacker's Pantry lasagna.
Lasagna.
It's actually really good. It's good seasoning. Jimbo approved.
And we got here nice and early. We were here before 6, and it's 6:30 now. So we got plenty of light left. We're gonna eat, set up hammocks, relax. It's gonna be a good night. Tomorrow's another day on the trail.
Still on.
Yeah, it's still on you.
Stop it.
Oh, and Kellan got a trail name. Kellan, you want to say what your trail name is?
You already said it.
Oh, that's right.
Stupid.
What? Saturday morning, Kellan and I are up, ate, packed, cleaned out the shelter. We are ready to get on the trail. Jim left a little ahead of us, maybe like a half hour ahead of us. He'll meet us at the next shelter if we don't run into him on the trail. We've got 11.5 miles ahead of us today. Relatively easy terrain compared to yesterday. And then I'm going to go run, get the car, and bring the car back to the shelter because we're not going to make quite the amount of miles that we were originally planning on making. Just because we got a little bit behind schedule the first day, and then the rain slowed us down a little bit yesterday. So it is what it is, but all in all, not a bad trip as far as planning goes. Kellan, you got anything to say? You have a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited for hiking today?
Yes.
I've been talking a lot, and when we get home after this trip, he wants to teach me how to play Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite before, but he's like the Fortnite champion, apparently. Aren't you really good at Fortnite, bud?
Yeah.
He's been telling me all about like his favorite weapons in the game and how to play the game, and he's telling me about how he's going to teach me to play, so pretty excited about that. His feet are doing okay. He's got a little blister that formed in between his big toe and his toe next to that, whatever it's called. We put a little tape on it. We use Leuco tape for blisters, you know, things like that. It works out really well. I'd recommend it if you're trying to find a good solution to keeping your feet good. You know, even before, like if you know your feet have spots that are prone to get a blister already for some reason, you know, you can tape your feet up before preventatively, and it'll do a good job stopping it. You know, or if you feel a hot spot coming on, just clean your feet up real good and put tape on it. Makes a big difference. It sticks really well. It's not flexible, and it takes a lot of the friction off of your feet. Gotta watch our step here. Some slippery rocks. Obviously the ground is still pretty wet from the rain we got over the last day, but it's a nice day today. It's sunny already. It's supposed to get up to the upper 70s, low 80s probably. So we're just trying to get a nice early start. We started around 7:30 again. You know, we were up, had a kind of leisure morning around camp. I was up at 5:15. Made some coffee. Made some breakfast. Kellan had oatmeal. I just had a Pop-Tart. Now we're back on the trail. Keep walking.
What?
Just walk.
You got a sponsor for your video.
Oh, yeah, who?
Bandages.
Who? Bandages. Is it Berry Festival?
Yeah, it's a very festive. Somebody's coming down.
Kellan's worried. He said somebody's coming. There was another hiker that we just passed a little while ago. Older gentleman hiking by himself. Alright, so we had a little stop at the Ralston Rest shelter. Had a little snack, something to drink. And back on the trail now for like a half hour. North of Main Junction, just like I've heard and seen from the sections even further north than here, it's significantly less beat in than the AT. You know, a lot of leaf litter on the ground, more dirt, less rock, so far anyway. A little bit less trail maintenance, although it's been pretty good. Someone recently just cut back a whole bunch of the evergreens, I guess, that were growing into the trail, because there's like fresh cut branches like all over the place. So that's nice, you know, to beat branches out of your face. What do you think of this section of trail, bud?
It's easier.
Easier than Killington, right?
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Jim he stopped at the Ralston Rest shelter, but then he just had a snack and kept going because he was feeling good. I passed another hiker southbound, and he said Jim's like 5 minutes ahead of us, so maybe we'll catch up to him pretty soon. We'll see. I'll let you guys know.
Is the camera just away, Dad?
Not yet.
Is it?
Right here.
They thought he was like a noob. So they put him against like 5-year-olds on a keyboard.
Yeah.
And then he just destroyed them.
That's funny.
He got a Victor Royale. Oh, you're filming?
Come on, just walk.
I don't like losing too state.
All right, so we stopped for lunch about a half hour ago. Kellan had a pepperoni wrap. I had a Packet Gourmet kickin' chicken hot wing wrap, which I strongly recommend, by the way. It's a cold soak, so you don't even have to bust your stove out. Just let it soak for like 10 minutes, and you're good to go. Trail is pretty mellow right now, so we're cruising along pretty good. It's 12 o'clock on the dot right now, and we think we're going to be getting to the shelter probably in about another 2.5 hours or so. So we should be there before 3. And then I'm going to run over and pick up the car, which is down the trail a little bit. But I'm going to drop pack and run. I mean, I do a lot of trail running, so it really shouldn't take me long to do 8 miles. Grab the car and then come back and leave it at the trailhead, which is only a half a mile from where we're going to stay tonight. And we'll be able to get a nice early start tomorrow morning and get on the road. It's about a 5-hour drive, I guess. 5.5 hours back to the house. And we still have to get my car, which is at Clarendon Gorge. So I think that's going to be like a 40-minute ride to get there. So either way, you know, it'll be a nice, pretty relaxing morning. We don't have to leave at the crack of dawn or anything.
There's poop.
Oh, more mud.
No, it's not.
All right, well, don't mess with it.
Baby coyote.
It's possible. Raccoon.
It was carrying it. Oh, a raccoon. Did the raccoon eat meat?
Oh no. Kellan, tell us about the kind of poop that you found on this trip.
Moose poop, bear poop, and coyote poop.
Yeah.
Possibly raccoon poop like that.
Possibly raccoon poop.
I think it's like a small coyote sapling or a baby coyote sapling.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Play for my feet.
All right, so we're maybe about 3.5 miles from the shelter. Met back up with Jim. Jim took off ahead after lunch. He finished up early and took off, we called him. Some pretty cool cliffs right here. No views though. It'd be nice if we had some views. That didn't happen though.
Who is it?
Someone from work.
You stop. I'm putting my duck net on.
Just hang on. All right, guys, we're about a 1/4 mile from the shelter for the night. David Logan shelter. We're just doing like the final 1/4 mile right now. After we get there and Jim rolls in, like I said, I'm gonna trail run the 8 miles to the car, and then there's a spur trail that goes down to a trailhead, like super short, like a half mile or something, from David Logan shelter. So I'm gonna backtrack and bring the car there, and then we'll have the car dropped for us in the morning, nice and easy. So, you know, it's not the best of situations, I guess, but could be worse. Kellan, what was your favorite part about this trip so far?
Hiking.
And what was your least favorite part about this trip?
Getting blistered.
How many blisters do you have?
One on this
Yeah.
trip.
Guys, so we just got to the junction, David Logan Shelter, 0.2 miles down that trail. That's where we're heading. U.S. Forestry Road, that's the trailhead. So I guess, Kellan, you want to go to the shelter?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Why would I not?
I don't know, I'm just messing with you. We did the David Logan Shelter around 4:30 or so. That's where we're gonna head out in the morning. But first I'll have to go get the car, which is like 7.5 miles or something down the trail. So Kellan's got a nice little fire here going with the help of another hiker. His name's Ben. Were you stripping the bark?
Yeah.
Looks like it's starting to go pretty good.
It's a little wet though. It'll burn though, right? Feel it.
It'll burn it off. It'll burn.
It is burning.
So nice looking shelter, porcupine gate. We're set up over there. There's a couple tent sites. Plenty of room to set up a tent.
There was like dogs I've never seen before. It's like new.
New dog.
Ripper doesn't. He went on an adventure. You know where he is. What? Oh, he's in the water. Now we got a new rule. If I I had to itch my leg and I put my head down near him because I had to itch my leg, go low. He didn't like that.
Huh.
He'll let me pet his face though. But now if my face gets too close to him, he'll yell. Bark. We got some new rules coming on. About jerky.
New rules.
Yeah, go some toad hunting tonight.
You guys eat toads too?
Huh?
That's like his thing, man. He loves to go around and like look for toads.
Yeah.
At our barn, he'll like go flip it. He'll tip over all the water tubs looking for him, like hiding underneath.
That's awesome. Toad man. I grew up in Texas, so I was like 8. And,
What? Where?
Odessa, the Midland area?
Abilene.
Okay.
And then we moved to Altus, Oklahoma, like that far outside of Oklahoma. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, but all the bugs are big down there. The huge grasshoppers.
All right, guys. So this morning was a little bit hectic. Like I said, we wound up having to run up to Brandon Gap to get the vehicle. That was like a 7.5 mile run for me. I did that this morning. I left the shelter around 5:15. Got back to the shelter just before 9. Actually, I think quite a bit before 9, maybe 8:30. I'd have to look. I don't know. But either way, I made great time getting up there. Then it was like a 30-minute drive, I guess, back to the New Boston trailhead from Brandon Gap. So hiked back up, made some breakfast, ate breakfast with my boy, and now we're hiking down. It's a mile down the New Boston Trail to where we parked the car. And it's a mile and about 600 foot of elevation loss. So it should be a pretty easy hike out. Alright guys, see you at the car. Alright, here we are at the parking lot. Another successful trip comes to an end. Kellan, what do you want to get to eat now?
Food.
What kind of food?
Any food.
Any food. There's the car. There's Jim.
Burger.
Oh, by the way, Jim's new trail name was given to him by another hiker. His new trail name is Hunchback. Given to him because he had his poncho over his backpack and it made him look like he had a big hunched back. Alright guys, thanks for watching.